Namo Gora Kishoraya Bhakta Vamsutaye Gorangri Padmavindaya Rahavavishevine Ande Bhaktivinodam Shri Shakti Swarupakam Bhakti Shastrajna Samrajam Radharasa Sudanyavim Gaur Prajashita Sheshayir Vaishnavar Vandya Vigraham Jaganata Prabhum Vande Premayanam Prajna Vaishnavam Vancha Kalpa Tarujasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Avanido Vaishnavido Vanchagatratmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktavyam Namani Bhaktashantikam Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Nayo Radhishe Jayatam Surato Kangor Mamanda Madhyagati Matsarvasa Pradambo Jagavadana Mohan Dirgad Kalpadrimada Srimad Raknara Simha Sri Gandharva Srila Govinda Devo Krishtari Seyamanam Smarami Sriman Rasa Sami Vamshivata Katasita Arjamenu Smirgopir Gopinata Shri Esuna Vrindaya Ekudasideya Priyaya Keshavashita Krishna Bhakti Pradevi Satyanyaya Namo Bhagavata Mantra Gurun Bhagavata Vyasan Jagat Gurun Natva Tato Jayamudire Jaya Saparikara Shri Gauranga Dharva Govinda Sundara Parapadmanam Jayasu Jaya Saparikara Shri Guru Chandra Giriraju Parapadmanam Jayasu Namaste Namaste Shivaparanama Aicham Gurda Nam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Swami Shri Bhakti Vedanta Prabhu Padaya Te Namaha Gurvapnyam Shirasi Vikra Shaktya Vesha Swarupine Hare Krishna Mantrena Paschatya Vracharine Shishvacharya Pravarya Nyakaranyamurtaye Sri Bhagavata Madhurya Gita Jnana Pradayane Namora Shrupa Siddhanta Saraswati Vishayane Radha Krishna Vadambodha Vrindaya Gure Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare God. Okay. Sounds like look at the Guru Maharaj Bhakti song that he suggested. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You guys know what page it's on? Guru
It's 40 something. Release.
Yeah, okay, 45.
45.
Wow, man. You guys sing that in the morning? Sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah. More in the evening.
Okay. So, Jaya Guru Maharaj, Jati Rajeshwar.
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 Shri Bhakti Raksak Dev-Goswami Sridhar.
Shri Bhakti Raksak Dev-Goswami Maharaj.
Patita Pavan Lila Vistari Purane.
Patita Pavan Lila Vistari Purane.
Ishtaila Dina Hina Yapamarajane.
Ishtaila Dina Hina Yapamarajane.
Amara Karuna Kana Murati Hariya.
Amara Karuna Kana Murati Hariya.
Preme Bhagyavana Jiva Pode Murachiya.
Preme Bhagyavana Jiva Pode Murachiya.
Divya Khasu Divya Deho Divya Bhavashai.
Divya Divya Deha Divya Bhavashai.
Divya Khasu Divya Deho Divya Bhavashai.
Divya Divya Deha Divya Bhavashai.
Divya Jana Dita Netra Divya Jyotirmaya. Suvana Suraja Kanti Arunavasana. Suvana Suraja Kanti Arunavasana. Suvana Suraja Kanti Arunavasana. Suvana Suraja Kanti Arunavasana. Katula Simala Kandana Apurva Shriyanga Shobha Kore Jalamala. 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 Darya Unnata Brahmararita. Ajitya Prativa Sita Gambira Udara. Dada Jana Diva Gadi Jana. More Sankirtana Rasa Rasa Rasa. Ora Sankirtana Rasa Rasa Rasa. Ora Sankirtana Rasa Rasa. Mayani Chai Name Nitya Prema. Mayani Chai Acharya Gosi Gora Bhavajana. Acharya Gosi Gora Bhavajana. Saraswati Purta Sidam Tera Kali. Adisita
Gayatri Rasa Chintamani Eka Tattva Varnanite Nityana Bhagava Gangati Samadhyasya Eka Tattva Omara Satita Varga Savi Kamati Rupa Saraswati Thakur Turasi Malika Stesina Magatana Turasi Malika Stesina Magatana Dekita Kalera Vera Vera Siranta Prakasha Avichinta Vera Vera Siranta Prakasha Aname Arati Suke Jaya Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj,
By Srila Govinda Dev-Goswami Maharaj. Amazing song. Some questions? Hey, what's the secret? Wonder about you, my friend. Yes, of course. Go ahead.
All glory to you, Guru Maharaj. Of Sannyasi King, the Emperor, the glorious Srila Raksak Dev-Goswami
Holding your holy form on contact with His mercy, proportional souls fallen and swirled by divine love, ecstasy.
We love these forms full of divine emotion that connect our lives with divine knowledge, shining eyes, earth, both and full, filled with stars.
A golden sun resplendent in robes of dress, adorned with tilak,
the matchless beauty of your holy form, dazzling in its brightness, your benevolence of most noble heart, in the moon of love's sweetness.
Inconceivable genius, affection, gravity, magnanimity, a thunderbolt thrusting on their knowledge, the reservoir bestowing goodness.
The golden lords and kirtans, who revel, ecstatic.
eternal presence of Namatika, their associates by your shield. You enjoy your constance, hearing the barbecue.
You're the fifth recipient of your dignity in the Yogiya Acharya Assembly. The jewel of the Yogiya Siddhanta adorning your chest on the Lord.
You're the living message of Shriya. You're the mind of perfect truth.
conclusions. You reveal the right inner report in fulfilling all aspirations.
Gayatri.
When you speak, one subject alone is revealed in ever new light. Proper adjustment and harmony, all these are your spiritual might.
All your dear God brothers declare unanimously. They see within your holiness the line of Rupa Saraswati.
Seeing you take the holy name with Tueski beads in hand, awaken the thoughts of Saraswati Thakur in everybody's mind. Thank you.
Your feet cooling like 10 million moons in their service, all faith do I place. The nectar of Radha Govinda's pastimes, one day we may drink by your grace.
O personification of perfect conclusions, inconceivably one yet different, I sing this prayer at your arti with joy, your humble servant.
Okay. Well, Guru Parampara is also a song here, and then...
So that was quite a long song compared to what we normally do.
What's the meaning of this song?
We just read it. Of course, you can go into it deeper, right?
It's an arti similar to what we do for
You mean like what is the function of the song?
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah, like Jagrang is saying, it's an arti. So like it's like a worship song that we're worshiping the Srila Guru Maharaj with the song, and it's coming from Srila Govinda Maharaj. Right? So it's coming from Govinda Maharaj's heart to glorify Guru Maharaj, his Guru, and our great grandfather Guru. With all his qualities, his glories, his sweetness, his extensive learning, like an amazing Siddhanta and conclusions and all these things.
Thank you.
So is this something Maharaj's Samadhi?
arti song? No. Maybe, yeah, in Navadvip. Yeah, Navadvip.
And the Parampara song is also what? And right said Siddhi Lalasa. They sung that today. He's saying Guru Maharaj.
She's still texting.
Siddhi Lalasa. Which one should we do?
Okay, let's do the Parampara song.
Okay. What page is that one?
I don't know. Starts out Krishna Vaiter Chatur Mukha. 2, 5, 6.
2, 5, 6. That's good eye, boss.
5, 6. So I heard Acharya Maharaj sing this song on YouTube. Yeah, I like that. So that's the tune that I.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay, Jagrang, you want to go on that one? Huh? You want to sing that one? No, I've already sung one. So, do you want to sing?
It's a hard kirtan. Okay. I don't really
You can do another one. You don't have to do this one.
Well, it goes Krishna Hoite Chaturmukha Om Krishna Sevan Mukha Krishna Hoite Chaturmukha Om Krishna Sevan Mukha Brahma Hoite Naradera Narada Hoite Vyasa Madhava Hoite Vyasa Jaya Patana Bhagati Paramadava Bhamsi Ashobhya Paramahati Adipata Bhava Bhamsi Ashobhya Paramahati Shishya Boli Angitara Kore Ashobhya Shishya Jai Kirtana Me Parita Santa Murti Dara Shri Sridhar Guru Maharaj Vanuga Saru Shriya Hara Priya Manavita Samanita Raksak Hara Priya Manavita Samanita Raksak
In the beginning of creation, a sign of devotional service was received by the four-headed Brahma. From the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, Devarshi Narada understand this divine science was obtained by or obtained from Brahma. The great sage Krishna, the white Vyasa, who was empowered to complete the Vedic literatures, became a disciple of Devarshi Narada. Shripad Madhvacharya founded the Shuddha Vaita School of Vedanta philosophy, visited Vyasadeva at Padari Kashram in the 13th century to learn from the Vedanta philosophy. Calls himself the servant of Krishna, Vaipayana Vyasa. Purna Pragya Kirtan Bhajans is the Guru's sole refuge at Padmanabha Tirtha. There's a lot of them. Next.
The two other principal disciples of Madhva are
Hari Tirtha and Madhava Tirtha. Madhava Tirtha accepted the great Paramahamsa Akshobhya Tirtha as a disciple. The principal disciple of Akshobhya Tirtha was known as Jaya Tirtha. Jaya Tirtha's service was for the disciple Jana Sindhu.
Okay, everyone, Hari Bol. Dandavat Pranam. I do the number 3, okay. Dayanidhi. Dayanidhi received the signs of the devotional service from Janana Sindhu, and the servant of Dayanidhi was Vidyanidhi. Vidyadhiraja Tirtha. Rajendra Tirtha become a disciple of Vidyadhirija Tirtha. Rajendra Tirtha, its servant, was known as Jayadharma or Vijayadhavaja Tirtha. In this way, you should properly understand this disciple succession.
The great sannyasi Sri Purushottama Tirtha received his knowledge in the service of his guru Vijaya Advaja Tirtha Jayadharma. The principal disciple of Purushottama Tirtha was Subramanya Tirtha. His servant was the great Vyasa Tirtha Vyasa Tirtha's servant was Lakshmipati Tirtha, whose disciple was Madhavendra Puri Goswami.
The chief disciple of Madhavendra Puri was Ishwar Puri, and two of his other disciples were renowned incarnations of Godhead, Sri Nityananda and Sri Advaita Acharya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the spiritual preceptor of all the worlds, made Ishwar Puri greatly fortunate by accepting him as his spiritual master.
Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya is not different from Shri Radha and Krishna, and is the very life of those Vaishnavas who follow Sri Goswami. Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami were the givers of great happiness to Vishwambar Sri Chaitanya.
The great souls Jiva Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami became very dear to Rupa Goswami. Jiva Goswami was a disciple of Rupa Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami, a disciple of Advaita Acharya, disciple of Jadunandana Acharya, was accepted by Rupa and Sanatan as their third brother. Raghunath Das Goswami's beloved student was Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Krishnadas Kaviraj was an intimate friend of Lokanath Goswami. They lived together in Vrindavan and always discussed the topics of Krishna with one another. Lokanath Goswami, a disciple of Gadadhara Pandit, had only one disciple, whose name was Narottam Das. Narottam Das was always engaged in the service of his guru, and he also engaged himself in the service of his guru's intimate friends. Thus, he became very dear to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. To serve the feet of Narottam Das Thakur was the only desire of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, who was the fourth Acharya in disciplic succession from Narottam Das.
Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was the Shiksha Guru, the instructing spiritual master of Baladev Vidyabhushan, to whom he taught the precepts of Srimad Bhagavatam. Jagannath Das Babaji was a very prominent Acharya after Sri Baladev Vidyabhushan and was the beloved Shiksha Guru of Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur's intimate friend and associate was the eminent Mahabhagavat Sri Gaurkishore Das Babaji, whose sole joy was found in Hari Bhajan.
The followers of Sri Gaurkishore Das Babaji fill up the world with the wealth of Sri Krishna Kirtan. He who is always serving Krishna, the dearmost lover of Radharani, is Sri Varsha Banavi Daita Das, Srila Saraswati Thakur.
The non-different personality and embodiment of Bhakti Siddhanta, as well as Srila Saraswati Thakur, and who is living within the conception of Srila Swarup Damodar, Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, and whose lotus feet are always the worshipable happy shelter of the followers of Rupa Goswami. He is Srila Sridhar Dev-Goswami.
He who is a very dear disciple of that Srila Sridhar Dev-Goswami Maharaj, and who is the establishing his divine conception, and who is the fulfilling his desire continuously. Like again, he is Srila Bhakti Sundara Govinda Dev Goswami. This is our grand principal line, and all of them are very dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. My sustenance is their remained alone.
My sustenance is the what? Their sustenance. My sustenance is their remnant
Remained alone.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Next one, we can sing. This is Rai's suggestion. They sang it in Thailand. It's page 191. So this is one of Guru Maharaj's, I guess, favorites. One of his favorites.
190?
Yeah. It's a 2B actually.
Oh yeah, temple master.
Do you want to play it? Yeah, I'll try. Just at least 2. So it goes Sarvasata Tumara Charana Sehiya Odechi Tumara Gore. That's it.
Mara Charane Sabiya Podichito Mara Gore
Sarvasa Tumara Charane Sabiya Podichito Mara Gore
Sarvasva Tumar Charana Sabiya Podichito Mara
Nachite nachite nikate jaibo.
Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
Jai.
Now taking all that I possess and surrendering it onto your lotus feet, O Lord, I throw my down before your house. You are the master of the house. Consider me your own dog.
Chaining me nearby, you will maintain me, and I shall lie at your doorstep. I will not allow your enemies to enter, but you will keep them outside the bounds. But will keep them outside the bounds of the surrounding moat.
Whatever food remnants your devotees leave behind after honoring your prasad will be my daily sustenance. I will feast on those remnants in great bliss.
While sitting up or lying down, I will constantly meditate on your lotus feet. Whenever you call me, I will immediately run to you and dance in rapture.
I will never even think about arranging my own nourishment and will remain absorbed in ever-cherishing love for my master. Bhaktivinoda now accepts you as his only maintainer.
Hari Hari Bol. Jai Jai Jai. Jai Jai Jai.
It's next to Mahaprabhu's kirtans in the morning. Oh, okay. Popular Vaishnava. 64. I know the morning tune. Would it just be like Shri Guru Charana Padma? Popular Vaishnava. That's Koriye Nevedana Mobodo Adama Durachara Thakura Vaishnava Gana Toreye Vedana Mobodo Adama Durachara Daruna Samsara Nidhi Daruna Samsara Nidhi Tate Duvahilo Although saintly Vaishnavas, although I'm very fallen and misbehaved, I nevertheless place this appeal before you. My destiny has immersed me in the fearsome ocean of repeated birth and death. Please grab me by the hair and pull me to the opposite shore.
My destiny is very powerful. I am not able to hear your knowledge of spiritual life, and I am always bound by the rules of karma. I cannot see any way to escape my condition. I see only suffering. Helpless and stricken with grief, I cry.
I am just like a blind man, unable to see what path is auspiciously or inauspiciously. I am helplessly dragged from here to there by lust, anger, greed, bewilderment, madness, and pride. Wow.
Yeah.
My mind became immersed in the impermanent satisfaction of the senses, and I could not understand the real goal of life. For this reason, I did not aspire to attain your lotus feet. Narotam Dasas, now that I am able to see and hear the Vaishnavas, I have become free from all fear. I like this I feel like my life I got to see so much with my family and my friends, not being raised in conscious. I feel like a lot of us come in households that are, born in Krishna consciousness. You see all of that and attach to your own family, your own friends, your own communities. And it's very intense to see that. And it's great. I'm grateful to have the tools of the kirtan and the service and the connection, because it's literally everything else is impermanent. Will fade eventually, whether sooner or later. It's nice to have this connection and nice to have. That's why I like this.
How do you guys feel about reading something?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I found something in Sri Guru and His Grace. The devotees were talking about this in Thailand today. This book is, like Guru Maharaj has given us so much in this book, Sri Guru and His Grace, to navigate times that we're kind of in right now, as a mission. Like, it's not exactly clear. It's not like when Govinda Maharaj was here, there was one unifying point and everybody uncontestedly knew that Gurudev is leading everybody and facilitating everything. And now things are naturally branching off. So Madhusura Maharaj said something really nice today about this point, because they're talking about what is the Mat, So we know it's a place in Navadweep, right? Jai Haridas. So it's a place, but more than that, it's the conception, and it's a place where that conception's being nurtured and cultured and all that. So we can read from here if you guys if you guys want to do the pass around thing, read a page, or do you just want to try to see if we can get into it a little bit. Anyway, we'll see how it goes.
It might be easier for you to narrate.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions, we can talk. Just let's talk about it. This is a gift from Srila Guru Maharaj. These conceptions are really, really wonderful. So this title, or this chapter, is titled "Separation from Sri Guru," and the preface goes like this, or to this chapter anyway. His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, advised his senior disciples that if the need arose to consult higher spiritual authority after his disappearance, his senior godbrother, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, should be consulted. On more than one occasion, he said, "I consider Srila Sridhar Maharaj to be my Shiksha Guru, instructing spiritual master, so what to speak of the benefit that can be had from his association? End quote. Just after his disappearance, his senior disciples approached Srila Sridhar Maharaj and asked his advice on how to guide the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. The following is an excerpt from their conversations. So they're in a crisis. They don't know how to follow one particular person or the other. There's a multiplicity of people. They need some clarification, and it's desperate. And Guru Maharaj, devotees were talking about this in Thailand as well. Like, the Math was born from Guru Maharaj's intense necessity of trying to recalibrate. Like, what are we ultimately doing? Like, what's the ultimate essence of this? He was in seclusion, culturing this, right, Haridas? And Sri Prabhupada Jivanamrita came out of that, out of his own necessity, and then whoever wants to take something from that, if they feel some need to get something from there, then it's offered like that. So this is a repeated thing. When the Guru is disappearing, there's a necessity to dig deep. Devotee, after the departure of our beloved spiritual master, we have come here to offer our respects to you, as well as to hear your highly esteemed advice on certain matters, if you'd be kind enough. Srila Sridhar Maharaj. The disappearance of the spiritual master is mentioned in the Shastra with an example. The disciple is like a lotus. The spiritual master is like the water around the lotus, just as in a pond or a lake. Your late Gurudev's position is like water, and Krishna is like the sun. As long as the lotus is floating on the water, the sun will nourish the lotus. But if the water vanishes, that very sun will burn the lotus. Without water, the Krishna sun will burn the lotus. Without the help of the Guru, the disciple is nowhere. Without Guru, all is void. Raghunath Das Goswami has said, in the absence of my Gurudev, Govardhan Hill, the representation of Krishna himself seems to me just like a big python coming to devour me. And Radhakund, the holiest place of divinity of the Gaudiya Sampradaya, seems like a tiger's mouth coming to devour me. They are giving me so much excitement in the absence of my Gurudev, my dearest and highest spiritual guardian. My Gurudev, who has the most intense affection for me, is not here. How can it be? Everything is void. All has vanished with his departure. Such a deep sense of separation will come in the heart of a sincere disciple. Once, one of your devotees said in his lecture, this is Guru Maharaj talking, that separation is the highest realization. I was very happy to hear from his lips that separation, vipralamba, is the highest attainment. Without separation, nothing else can come to us. The anticipation of meeting Krishna will appear to us as vipralamba. So vipralamba is the most auspicious thing pertaining to Krishna consciousness. And we can have Krishna's connection also in that separation. So the safest and most fearless position is vipralamba. If we can stand firm and retain the memory of Gurudev in his separation, then we will have passed the highest test. So some of us may be feeling some of that, right? Right now, even though many of our gurus are still here, but some are not. Anyhow.
I mean, it kind of reminds me Narottam Das, I'm sorry, I was thinking Purushottam for like 1,000 minutes there, and trying to change the word in my head. He appeared right after Mahaprabhu and right after everything, and there was a lot of separation there. And I feel like that's maybe like a grain of sand compared to that with, Govinda Maharaj and Guru Maharaj.
What are you speaking about?
I'm feeling some separation, like some like, oh, I had just missed meeting Gurudev and just missed meeting Guru Maharaj and just missed all of this. But there's still a lot to be found in their disciples and in their family. And I think that on many times, like a disappearance or an appearance day, to see and hear the Vaishnava speak about their affectionate feeling of the Vaishnava allows me to share that also, and to see that also, and to understand what kind of relationship our gurus gave us, and showed us how to connect, and that's kind of my point there.
Yeah, it's funny, as you're saying this, I'm realizing this is Guru Maharaj's appearance day, This is appearance day. It's not his separate, it's not his disappearance day, but nevertheless, we're feeling like there's celebration, but it's also simultaneously. I don't know. I guess from the talk in Thailand, it's like the necessity was being felt that way, and so I felt like this was an appropriate chapter, but in one sense, it's not really. So we will just continue to read to this next section. So, anybody have any comments? Do you want to say anything, bro?
It's funny that you mentioned necessity too.
The what?
Necessity. The word necessity.
Uh-huh.
Because Mahaprabhu came because of Advaita Jaya necessity.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, from the necessity the Guru comes. Yeah, I know in my life that's been true. I think, I don't know, anybody else? Leela Moy, how about you? Your search for Guru.
I'd say it came to me at the right time when I needed it, for sure.
Yeah. That's kind of, I think, the way it works, right?
Yeah.
Just now that we've been in the boat for a little while, the necessity kind of maybe is, at least on my part, feeling like I wish I need to like stoke that fire up a little more. But, right, Krishna Mohini. Okay, we'll continue to read this a little bit here. And then, so the devotee says, in our spiritual master's lifetime, he was seen as the absolute authority above all, including our governing body commission. How should we understand the position of the new spiritual masters and the relationships with their god brothers and disciples? Srila Sridhar Maharaj. The position of the Acharya with his disciples must be absolute. With his disciples, he will have absolute authority. Still, he must be careful not to become mad with authority. Authority is a part of pratishta, name and fame. There is also another tendency. When a guru comes in connection with Vatsalya Ras, the mood of guardianship over his disciples, his friendly realization with the God brothers decreases, relations with the God brothers decreases. Some special discrimination arises, and stealthily he is drawn to his disciples, indifferently neglecting his connection with his God brothers. This tendency is sure to come, and it is difficult to keep up the balance. So the brothers are neglected, and the sons get more attention. In this way, the guru becomes partial. When he comes in close connection with his disciples, he has freedom. He is given an opportunity of absolute mastership. In that position, it is very difficult to keep up his purity because of that temptation. There is the possibility of going down from the plane of Acharya. Anyhow, I feel like Krishna Mohini and or Haridas and Madhurima can start with. You can start with some story, what was your first impression of Srila Guru Maharaj, like when you came into his sphere, so to speak, his field. I know I have my story, but we could maybe hear from you, Krishna Mohini, and then Haridas Prabhu and Madhurima, if you want to say something also.
I first met I lived in Australia at the time, and I was in ISKCON. And I had a lot of ISKCON friends that had gone to the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. And I was like, we're not supposed to do that. And then
that was a difficult bridge to cross.
I know. And there was this one center in Murwillumbah, because I lived at the big temple that's in the ISKCON temple. It's 1,000 acres. It's in New South Wales in Murwillumbah. And they had a program at the Red Cross Hall every week in the middle of the town of Murwillumbah. And I never went to it. But the week before Srila Gurudev came for his first world tour, for his first world tour, which was in 1992, the week before, I just for some reason went. I don't even know why. And then everybody's like, "You got to come next week. Srila Govinda Maharaj is coming next week. You have to come next week. It's his first world tour." And I'm like, I didn't even know who he was, and I just barely knew who Srila Guru Maharaj was, but I went, and I remember sitting there in this class, and we had just kind of. And everything in ISKCON was kind of in turmoil about the Guru's situation and everything like that. But I went to this program the following week when Srila Gurudev first arrived for the world tour in Australia, and I just remember sitting there crying through the whole thing. I was like, oh my gosh. And he spoke so beautifully about Srila Prabhupada and Srila Guru Maharaj. And so that was my introduction to Srila Guru Maharaj through Srila Gurudev. Anyway, other than that, I really didn't know very much about him at all. Anyway,
Jai?
That's it. Jai.
All right, Haridas.
Well, I think very few devotees really had like direct contact with Guru Maharaj. Within Divishari Shakti, Divishari as well. Of course, Srileka and Nyasi Maharaj. But the first impression I had or saw Guru Maharaj in a picture was us being in ISKCON as well. We were living in Miami at the time, and my mom secretly was reading Sri Guru and His Grace, and I remember like opening the book and seeing the picture of Guru Maharaj,
and Prabhupada and Gurudev, or
what's that?
Of just Guru Maharaj, or was he with
Guru Maharaj? And yeah, he was. It's a picture. I think it's the one he's like standing up with a cane, and like I thought like it was very like imposing, you know, like
a mountain,
wow, you know? Because obviously you're used to seeing Srila Prabhupada's and all his books, and it's something familiar. It was your guru. But seeing Guru Maharaj's picture was shocking in a way. That it was very, and he was alive for a couple years before or after we joined. By the grace, no, that one. He was by himself. Yeah. Yeah, but that one's really nice too. Anyways, my parents, we moved back to Venezuela and started like associating more with Guru Maharaj devotees, and then Guru Maharaj came to Venezuela to kind of gather devotees for the first world tour of Gurudev, and like whatever we knew about Guru Maharaj was from Gurudev. After we met Gurudev, and obviously Gurudev was like the living example of Guru Maharaj's teachings.
Yeah. Very well. Thanks, Prabhu. Madhurima, do you want to say anything at all? Anybody else have like a first feeling and appreciation or something special you feel about Srila Guru Maharaj, or question? I know when I first came, like I heard Guru, and it's Guru Maharaj and Gurudev, and it was very different for me. I've come from ISKCON also, and this is a multiplicity of gurus just between Govinda Maharaj and Srila Sridhar Maharaj, because they're held parallel to one another, right? Here in the it's like but in ISKCON it's just Srila Prabhupada, and you kind of get this absolute image of Guru, and you realize like, oh, Guru can look different, like from Prabhupada, or something. I guess, yeah. I don't know. When I was in Hawaii, I'll just say, when I was in Hawaii, I was living there in 2014 or so with some other devotees trying to get like a community project going. A devotee who was is a disciple of Prabhupada. He had some land on Maui, about 100 acres, and it was an amazing opportunity to go and try to live there in a somewhat disconnected, off the grid. It was off the grid group and like that. And long story short, I ended up searching again when I was in Hawaii, and I found this book called Subjective Evolution of Consciousness online. And so that was my first introduction, I guess, in an unknowing way to Srila Sridhar Maharaj and his conceptions, his words, and like that. And I read through it just like I read Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita as it is the first time. Like most of it's going right over your head. You're not really capturing much of it, but you're just enthralled and you just keep reading. So, and then miraculously ended up back in Salt Lake City, and somehow or other ended up in this temple. It's funny how it all happens. Everybody has that story, kind of their genesis story in Krishna consciousness, and how you came to meet this person or this devotee and guru and all that. Anyhow, but did anybody else watch any of the other streams or anything from today in Thailand?
I was just watching the one from Thailand, yeah.
Yeah. What did you catch? Which class or which talk was it?
I saw Rai speaking as well, but she was talking about sacrifice, and then I saw Medusa Marsh was talking. Oh God, sorry, just really spacing out what I was thinking while I was driving, because I was driving here, I'm listening to it. Mm-hmm. I gotta tell it, and I can't remember what I was going to say. Who were the speakers on the who were sitting? Medusa Marsh was the most recent, was one that I would listen to. I just happened to turn on this live. Rai sent me a link. Mm-hmm. I'm driving. I'm listening. I had to drop his son's Zopic song. Anyway, I don't remember exactly. He was talking about how Srila Guru Maharaj, when he was thinking about starting, I don't know if he's thinking about starting a temple, but he wanted to get Nityananda's mercy. He took a bullock cart to Equichaka. Oh yeah. I didn't realize it was a bullock cart. Took 2 days, right? No, it takes 2 days to drive to Equichaka. Back in those days, they when the roads were really bad, the devotees that were driving would take 2 days because they didn't want to arrive in Equichaka in the evening. Because if you arrive in the evening, Mara said, you will be relieved of some of your material possessions, attachments. Oh, I see. So it's better to arrive. So the boys would always stop at a certain village and sleep for the night, and then they drive the rest of the way. But Guru Maharaj took the bullock cart the whole way. He didn't say how long it took. But, then of course he got that message from Lord Nityananda that you're wanting my mercy, and you've been given so much mercy. Yeah. Yeah, that was the discussion. I also watched that whole thing, and because it's this topic, what is Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math? And in the discussion, there's a tension. There's a tension between the conceptual, the Math is purely conceptual, which it is ultimately. This is the ideal is the thing that we are measured by, right? But also kind of the tension that we feel of the ideal, but the material reality also that we also experience on a day-to-day basis individually and in each ashram or temple community around the world. So it was an interesting conversation. When you say ideal, I remember him also talking about how Guru Maharaj was saying that if there was a temple, if the temple lost the ideal, then he would just give it away. Shutter it, yes. Yeah.
Guru Maharaj said he would just lock the temple. How important it is for Guru Maharaj, the purity of this.
Yes.
And not wavering for
She won't take it. Oh, there you go, Shanta. There you go. You can say a little more, Madhuri, if you like.
That would be nice.
Madhuri,
Where did you meet Srila Guru? It said Santa Cruz, right? I remember you coming.
Yeah, I lived originally back home where I come from. I joined with ISKCON, and I lived in ISKCON temple for several years. And I remember meeting many ISKCON gurus at that time, and it was kind of a big pressure. You have to choose a guru, and I've never really felt like. Whomever I've met, I've never really felt like, I would like to take initiation. And then I came here, and soon after I met Krishna Prema Prabhu and his parents, and then Sudarshan Prabhu arrived to stay with them. And then I remember, hearing about Math and hearing about Gurudev and for same as you, my first thought was like, oh, what is this? Like, how this is not Srila Prabhupada. And then by the mercy of Sudarshan Prabhu and Shrileka, and they invited me to go. The Gurudev was coming to visit. And I went with them, and I remember, like, the first time, like, I met Gurudev, it was like, there was no more question, it's like, there's no question, like, it cannot be any question, this is like, yeah, so, that's how I met Gurudev.
Like complete and utter religion.
Yeah.
Because having missed Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah.
And you're like, and then it's like, I just remember that it was overwhelming.
Yeah. It definitely kind of felt some hope. You can, there is a pure soul. Yeah.
Some relief, felt by those of us, because I missed Srila Govinda Maharaj. I found Prabhupada's, I made connection through Srila Prabhupada and somebody in his connection. Early 2010, so it was like literally a couple months, and then Govinda Maharaj left. But Madhusudana Maharaj made a nice point today, and that is that it's inevitable that there will be branching when the Paramahansa Guru leaves, Like it happened with Saraswati Thakur, it happened with... It didn't happen with Guru Maharaj really for us, because we're happily under Srila Govinda Maharaj's shelter. But after Govinda Maharaj, there was something, and then again, so we see that it's branching just like a tree. It's natural, actually. This is a natural occurrence that this goes on. This is the point that Madhusudana Maharaj made, and it's like, brings some relief that sometimes. In the Gaudiya Math, there was some argument going on amongst God brothers and stuff, and the idea is like, well, this is coming naturally and by Krishna's arrangement ultimately. And, and each branch thinks they are representing Guru. Like we represent Guru, But it's kind of interesting because that great personality and the light and the effulgence and the beauty that comes off of them is reflected in unique ways by each of their disciples, So anyway, that was kind of a sweet thing mentioned by Madhusudana Maharaj, today. You going to say anything else, brother? You looked like you had some thoughts.
Thoughts in process due to your words.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have. I was going to say, I said something a little bit earlier, as far as connection to Guru Maharaj and Gurudev, felt vicariously through this temple. and how appreciative I am of that.
While I felt like I really missed out because I missed Srila Prabhupada and what a relief it was to meet Srila Gurudev. I feel like I've learned so much more after Srila Gurudev's passing just being here. You know,
Really?
I just feel like I don't know. It's a progressive thing. You know, you just have this, take the association of the devotees, and I don't know. I feel a more stronger connection to Srila Gurudev. Anyway,
that's encouraging. I mean, that's what Guru Maharaj is saying that in this thing, separation from Guru. He's in this little chapter. Vipralamba is actually like where most progress is coming, and purification, stuff like that. You know, the intensification of your feelings and like that, like a diamond under the pressure. You know, the coal comes out as a diamond. Something to that effect.
But I was just kind of like, I didn't mean to stop. I was like saying yes to what you were saying. But it's like here in this temple, you feel this connection to Shri. Jai Govinda.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stop you.
Also, there's also some other feeling, you know, some affectionate feeling, you know, that I have such a great grandfather in my family, in the spiritual family that I'm in, and I get to always have that connection no matter what happens. So,
Jai, that's great. Ishwarananda is over there hiding.
I'm kind of sick. That's why I'm trying to stay away.
He's kind of sick. All right.
Should we ask him to offer?
Yeah, sure. Are we gonna do a pushpa, like a flower offering?
Yeah, we should.
Do we have the flowers? Of course.
So, just going off of what everyone's been saying recently, is that I was thinking about this in the summer for Srila Madhusudana Maharaj's Vyasa Puja, is that it's kind of, I'm going to make a bad analogy, Gaurachandra Ju, I hope that, anyways, it's kind of like winning the lottery. So we won the lottery once with Srila Gurudev, and you hear about people that win the lottery twice, and it's like crazy because it's like it's pretty rare. And then there's this continuation. So there's the lottery, and we can go on our whole Guru Varga of like the fact that we've won this lottery, and the fact that these great souls are still accessible. And so for us to have the necessity for gratitude in our lives, to access like some type of faith where we can have gratitude that we can even hear about these souls, that they're in a plane where they're eternal because they're serving Mahaprabhu. And if they're in a plane where they're eternal, then we have some type of allowance to call out to them. And so Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, he's right here in our temple, and you know, we have anyways. So I'm very happy that you're here, Gurudev. So Jai Gurudev and Jai Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, we're so happy that you're here in Salt Lake.
Jai Ishwarananda Prabhu. Jai. Lila Mo, you want to say something? You look like you got something bubbling up over there. You good? Alright, so the song that we sing for this is just the Guru. Yeah. Okay. Bill, you want to say something? Bill, you want to say something?
Okay.
No, whatever. No, okay. Think about it, Shanta. I don't know if it's that one. I think it's what's the song that we sing during the pushpa?
No, it's not Shri Guru Arti. I heard in the Thailand transmission that they chanted like Shri Guru Maharaj's Arti. The one that we
during the pushpa. Okay. We can sing it again.
Well, I thought Sudarshan has sung Gurudev Kripa Bindu Dita during Pushpanjali.
I guess it would work. I don't know if there's no strict reason.
Give this servant just one drop of your mercy and
Prabhupada's Pushpanjali. I think it's
no, it's okay. I mean, if you guys both feel like that.
Which page?
It is page 52.
What do you think, Krishna Mohini? Should be Gurudev Kripa Bindiya or Shri Guru Charana Padma or Gurudev? Guru Maharaj is Arti. We did sing it, but it's okay. We could sing it again. That was practice warm up, I guess.
I'm trying to remember. I mean, I know I remember. We definitely sung Shri Guru Charana Padma during this time, but I don't know.
How about we sing that one? Okay? Yeah.
Should we do the ceremony now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Raksak Sridhar Dev-Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. All the devotees in Thailand ki Jai. All the assembled devotees here ki Jai. Oh, Premanande. Haribol. Brajamohini ki Jai. And the Sokal Ashram ki Jai.
Is she online, we don't know.
We gave her a shout out.
She heard it now.
Do we have a volunteer?
Krishna Mohini, do you feel like it? You can lead that song? Where's Haridas? Haridas Prabhu. Haridas Prabhu would be perfect.
Haridas!
Come sing me Guru Charana Padma.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevalamati Sadma Namui Savadana Mate Vandamui
Raksak, Sridhar Dev-Goswami Maharaj ki Ashtota Vishata Sri Srimad Srila Bhakti Raksak Sridhar Dev-Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Grand Appearance Day 131st Appearance Day of Srila Guru Maharaj ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki Jai. All the devotees in Thailand ki Jai. All the devotees everywhere ki Jai. Jai Guru Parampara.
All the online devotees ki Jai. Dhanyavad.